Whilst all around Westminster it might have looked like a normal Saturday morning of tourist snaps and days out with the kids, for MPs it was anything but. Trooping in for the first Saturday sitting since the Falklands War, the promise of today that the Brexit battle was reaching endgame.
Well, I'm going to vote against the deal. It's very bad for the country.
I shall vote for the deal as the country wanted to go.
We must bring an end to it. Today is the day.
But if clarity was what some longed for in this divided House, clarity was not what was delivered.
The ayes to the right, 322. The noes to the left, 306.
That the sound of the government losing another vote. But it wasn't a clear yes-no on the Prime Minister's deal. It was instead a vote to postpone that decision until after the Prime Minister asks for a Brexit delay.
I'm not daunted or dismayed by this particular result.
Something Mr Johnson immediately suggested he would not be doing.
I will not negotiate a delay with the EU. And neither does the law compel me to do so. I will tell our friends and colleagues in the EU exactly what I have told everyone in the last 88 days that I've served as Prime Minister, that further delay would be bad for this country, bad for our European Union, and bad for democracy.
The idea the Prime Minister might try to avoid writing the letter to Brussels asking for an extension, a red rag to opposition leaders.
Today is an historic day for Parliament because it said it will not be blackmailed by a Prime Minister who is apparently prepared once again to defy a law passed by this Parliament.
Any failure of a Prime Minister who thinks he's above the law, well, Prime Minister, you'll find yourself in court.
Would it be possible to suspend the sitting for a short time to allow the Prime Minister to go and send his letter and come back and make a statement to the House to confirm that he has done so?
The government's one-time allies, the DUP, furious about the Prime Minister's deal, had been instrumental in this defeat.
These are issues that we feel very strongly about because we believe in the union and we believe that there shouldn't be any unnecessary trade barriers east-west or north-south. So, look, we'll continue to discuss with the government these issues going forward, but they've got to realise that, the strength of feeling on our side.
The Tory rebel who organised today's delay was insistent his purpose was not to scupper the deal, but to prevent no deal.
Now, when the Prime Minister brings the withdrawal implementation bill to the House of Commons, we will be voting for it. And if it does so become the law, this country will leave on the 31st of October, of hope that I share with the Prime Minister, but it will do so on the basis of knowing that should anything go wrong, we will not crash out without a deal on that date.
Members of the Cabinet, including Jacob Rees-Mogg with his son, had to leave the Commons through protesters shouting shame. Their plan for leaving the EU not derailed, but as ever with Brexit, the path they've been made to take is a torturous one. Romilly Weeks, ITV News.